Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's day 8 and we had a quick one today. I'm already done with it because technically this is my day off, so I wanted to get it done in the morning. We were able to do the crates, so that's all sorted. Got the 30 for the day, which is nice, and then of course the 10 for this. Only 4 days to go for this event, and then we'll be fully done with it, which is just absolutely nuts. I was able to get German Unity Day done as well. This is actually a really cool decal. I hope they make more of these kind of going forward, you know, with like different nations and their cars. Obviously, cars are pretty cool, and I feel like when it comes to War Thunder, there's probably a really good crossover between the people who are interested in cars and War Thunder. The cool thing today is we did get enough first places for a level 2 factory upgrade, so I'm gonna get that in. And then also at the same time, I'm pretty sure we should have a successful test now after having the last one not be successful. And hopefully it will just work and we can just hit the target and everything should be good. Like the simple thing is, like when it comes to this event, I think this like little testing thing is fine. I just wish like the actual building of the rockets was a little bit more a little bit easier is probably the way to put it. Like maybe you could add in some kind of automation to it or something like that. But kaboom! There we go, baby. That's what we like to see. It is therefore time to finally get our third test report. Now, as a CC, I'm able to request these vehicles, right? So just to let you guys know about that, like I can in fact request all of these vehicles, and what I do with these events is, since I'm not able to grind out all of these vehicles, and also I'm not able to put together all of them either, I do the whole event and I do, you know, all of the different stuff, but at the same time what I do is I request the other 2 vehicles from the event. It's the only way I can actually get access to them without using the market, and I don't like using the market, as we talked about before, because of the fact that I feel like I have an influence, or at least can have an influence on the game itself. One thing I would like to mention is it would be really nice just to have presets in the game for volume. And the reason for this is because I have to completely nuke my volume slider if I'm playing naval, otherwise I just blow my own head off, which is a bit of a problem. So the 9th missile is done on the 7th or 8th day, whatever it is, but we do have enough resources to be able to put together another one, and we are already assembling another one. So yeah, and then also we have the 20 development progress status, so technically we should have enough to be able to put together a few more missiles. We are, in fact, halfway through building the missiles that we need to build, so that pretty much means that we have 9 to go, and this whole process of the 16 components for each of the missiles, building the missile, testing the missile, knowing that it's going to fail or knowing that it's going to succeed, it is definitely dragging on in this event now. Like it's got to that stage where it is just so tiring to be able to sort everything like that out, and that is a bit of a problem, at least for me. I'm sure it's a problem for others as well, and that is going to be a problem going forward. A lot of people are using this event to make money though. That's why we have a massive population spike when it comes to the game. Gaijin also acknowledged some issues with the event, not due to the actual grinding of the event, but down to some of the other parts of it, such as the LOSAT just being completely buggy and all over the place. So that, of course, is a bit of a problem. And also, they hopefully will address it in the future. A lot of people have been focusing on the vehicles themselves, like the LOSAT not working properly, or the vehicles just kind of being bad in this event. For me, I don't really see that as too much of an issue. I would prefer event vehicles which weren't meta defining, which didn't like take over the game or didn't do anything like that. I just want to make sure that those vehicles actually work. I think that's the main thing that I'm personally interested in. If they don't work, then that's a huge issue, right? And right now, the LOSAT doesn't really work very well. And all of the other vehicles seem fine, but, you know, not too many people seem as interested in them. So once they get it to work, we'll have to see what goes on. The issue I have with the event is every single change that they've made over the last like 3 or 4 events to this event is to try and limit people selling stuff on the marketplace, because they're trying to jack up the price of things on the market. But it's just not working, because people know how these events work right now. Like, they understand that if you wait a few days, things will get cheaper. For example, the low sat is 37 Gaijin coin right now, still decreasing, and there's still technically another half of the event to go. And it's just going to continue to decrease, you know, as we go along, and as everything kind of like sets itself up. The other thing also at the same time during the event is all of the resources now are down to 10 Gaijin cent, so they're already decreased, so the boxes haven't worked at all, or at least what they were designed to do. There's already 4,000 of each of the materials on the market, so the vehicles themselves are cheap, the actual materials to put everything together is cheap. The only thing that they've actually massively increased, or at least without, you know, changing too much, is the amount of time it takes to put together these damn vehicles. And that's the problem. The grind to purchase, like, setup is wrong. It's massively wrong right now. And that is a terrible issue. You can either grind 80 hours or you can just pay $80 right now, which is just bad. Like, that is awful how that's set up. And I'm not surprised so many people are just not doing the event at the moment, or just, you know, grinding stuff out and just trying to sell it, because why would you even bother with the way that it's set up right now? It's just no good for pretty much anybody that's in the place. By the way, Iron Maiden was really fun last night. Had a great time. Would highly recommend, if they come to your place, to go ahead. So we played the MiG-23BN again, just to get the German thing done. We'll probably spade this thing. I decided to use the bombs today, and I was able to live while using the bombs. You definitely get more mission score using the bombs. You can knock out a base and a half with them, so more than the incendiaries, which is nice. One thing I would note, though, about the vehicle is it does lose a lot of speed if you use the bombs instead of the incendiaries. So it's actually a lot harder to get above supersonic, even with like most of the modifications taken. So just understand that. It means that getting to base is a little bit harder with this bomb load. But once you have the bomb load away, obviously you're pretty light, so you can fly around the place. I played the SKR-1 more today, just to once again continue to get it spaded, and we were actually able to get all the rank 3 modifications, which is quite nice on the vehicle. So we're definitely cooking with gas with it now. It's a very good one, and will be, you know, good going forward. You can see here, 52 battles. We're now at, or creeping over the like 3.5 to 1 setup with it, so that's really nice. We're just still not making a lot of SL with it, which is kind of a surprise. I was able to grind out both camouflages with the vehicle, only when I had like 2 or 4 modifications, which is kind of nuts, so might be worth trying to increase that on it. And also I was able to get some more flags, so the pirate flag of Richard Worley and also the checkered flag. So really nice to see that they added these in. They put them in at such a low amount, though, that it was actually quite easy to get them all. So that is something to at least think about. But yeah, the grind went well today. It took about 4 hours, that was it, and that was because I just metagamed the absolute hell out of it. I know I can do it quicker in Simulator or at high tier air, but I just wanted to not really pay attention and just shoot things, and that's what I ended up doing. Got some good research towards the Su-22M4, which I'll probably never use, and also in the coastal side of things, you can see we're getting there with the PR-206, which is actually a vehicle I really want, because I want to pair it with the SKR-1, the SKR-7, and the 30mm from this. It should be super fun. Anyway, look after yourselves. Hopefully the event's going well for you. Hopefully everything's going alright. Peace be with you. See you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R, and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.